We draw drawings of each other. Brian is the famous artist, and we always make fun of each other and portray each other in silly, satirical ways.
Leo's job on this set, for some reason, is to make fun of him.
Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant.
To congratulate the other incredible nominees this year for their unbelievable performances.
Discard a species off the face of the planet without any regard for it being a sort of equal life form.
Leonardo DiCaprio has been in the spotlight for his romantic relationships with younger partners. It appears that he is currently more inclined to date individuals younger than himself, as opposed to seeking companionship with women of his age or older.
But I also find it slightly cringy, DiCaprio, that the women are always very young. It's like, well, really, mate? No one your own age? Also, what do they talk about?
The media coverage surrounding Leonardo DiCaprio's romantic choices has raised some eyebrows and has fostered a somewhat disconcerting perception of the actor. It is evident that he consistently gravitates towards dating individuals considerably younger than himself, even in instances where the age disparity is quite pronounced. This trend has not gone unnoticed, sparking discussions about the reasons behind his preference for such age gaps and how it might be perceived by the public and within the entertainment industry.
I find DiCaprio creepy, actually.
Going
out with people, easily young enough to be his daughter, or in some cases, probably his granddaughter.
However, there appears to be another twist to this tale, a side that might unveil a more profound truth, and it's all about the seasoned veterans in the industry. It appears that Leonardo is of the opinion that up-and-coming talent should keep an eye out for the old guard of actors and executives, for they might have some sneaky tricks up their sleeves. Who better to know, right? But hearing from one of his friends, Baz Luhrmann, you'd think Leonardo DiCaprio is some saint, and his romantic preferences sanctified.
Now he's a man. I mean, he's a man. And he's a man in full command of his life and his powers.
Baz Luhrmann and Leonardo DiCaprio have a tight-knit friendship that's endured for more than 2 decades. Their professional bond was cemented in the early days of Romeo plus Juliet, when DiCaprio left the director pleasantly stunned with an unexpected visit to his Australian home for a spontaneous audition. Luhrmann recalled during an interview, "He came down to Australia for nothing, and he brought all these friends, and we made a whole video of the show with other actors. I won't say who, it will never be seen. I realized that I couldn't make it without him." Luhrmann has consistently heaped praise on DiCaprio for his outstanding talent, highlighting that he seldom comes across someone as considerate and giving as him. Moreover, he has reportedly dismissed the dating gossip surrounding Leonardo, presenting an alternative viewpoint on the subject.
Well, Leonardo, when I first worked with him, he was a very gifted young man.
Romeo and Juliet would be his thing.
Leonardo DiCaprio is undoubtedly one of Hollywood's most prominent actors, celebrated for his talent and achievements. While he has garnered immense recognition and is one of the highest-earning actors globally, his personal life has become a topic of interest. He has a notable penchant for dating women significantly younger than him, which has raised eyebrows, considering his age. At first, some saw it as an odd occurrence, but in recent years, this consistent age gap in his relationships has evolved into a discernible pattern.
Leonardo DiCaprio, what can I even say about him? He's done so much to fight climate change and leave behind a cleaner, greener planet for his girlfriends.
To underscore the peculiar aspect of Leonardo DiCaprio's dating choices, an individual went as far as crafting a chart that traces his previous girlfriends. This visual aid has made it simpler for people to discern the trend. Additionally, the breakup with Camila Morrone, a model, merely 2 months after her 25th birthday, only deepened the speculation about why DiCaprio consistently gravitates towards partners of this specific age. Furthermore, their relationship garnered considerable public scrutiny, largely due to the circumstances surrounding their initial encounter.
I just read some of the comments on my Instagram, and my God, people are so mean.
Indeed, the relationship between Leonardo and Camila has left some folks scratching their heads, mainly because of the tight friendship between DiCaprio and Camila's stepfather, Al Pacino. As a longtime friend of the Pacino family, DiCaprio has been in Camila's vicinity since she was a mere 12 years old. This has understandably sparked questions and criticism from certain quarters. To some, it seems unconventional, and in certain instances, even potentially problematic that a romantic connection would evolve under these particular circumstances. Moreover, he basically watched her grow up. Responding to this, one person wrote, "Celebrity stunts growth." He became famous at such a young age with all his desires immediately met that he had no struggle into adulthood. So he is still the same age mentally as he was when Titanic hit. He finds women who are the same stage of life he is because he never moved on. It is the same with Britney Spears, who is 40 but still dresses and behaves as though she's 18. It's the same as Michael Jackson. He became famous before puberty, so of course he wants to be around children his own mental, emotional age. Numerous individuals have pondered the reasons behind Leonardo DiCaprio's frequent association with dating younger women and the perception of him as a predator. Intriguingly, some sources indicate that his preference for younger partners might be rooted in his own past experiences, where he allegedly found himself the target of older individuals when he was younger.
You talk about, there were times when you'd rather just stay at home than go out because it was just safer to stay at home.
Yeah, I had a ring on my street corner.
It's true that Leonardo embarked on his career as a child actor and ventured into commercials at a very young age. However, it's crucial to recognize the difficulties that young performers commonly encounter in Hollywood. The entertainment industry can be exceptionally intimidating for aspiring talents, particularly for individuals like Leonardo, who didn't come from privileged backgrounds and were determined to make a name for themselves in Hollywood.
Drug addicts in my alleyway, there was I got robbed at 5 years old or something like that.
5 years old?
Yeah.
Although there's no official confirmation, there has been speculation that Leonardo DiCaprio could have been one of Brian Peck's victims. Leonardo and Brian collaborated on several occasions when Leonardo was younger. As many are aware, Brian Peck was exposed and convicted of SA, a young actor he was coaching at his home. Back then, this issue wasn't publicized, and the actor's identity was never disclosed, being referred to as John Doe, in line with standard practice in such cases. However, Gabe Hoffman, executive producer of an explosive documentary, once said, "There's an iceberg of child SA in Hollywood, and you're starting to see it come to the surface." As we observe the situation, it's important to note that there has been no official confirmation regarding whether Leonardo DiCaprio was the young actor who experienced A by Brian Peck, or if he was indeed a victim. However, this belief seems to be widely held among fans. Some speculate that this might shed light on why he often opts to date younger women. There's a suggestion that he could have developed a fixation as a result of a traumatic experience, which might make it challenging for him to pursue relationships with significantly older individuals. One person tweeted, "Leonardo DiCaprio isn't dating younger girls. He's dating older girls. He was SAED in Hollywood probs by convicted PDF file Brian Peck and AMP. This likely froze his brain in time aged 13. So by banging 19-year-olds, Leo is technically in his cougar phase." Another one also tweeted, "Leonardo DiCaprio was SE'd by Hollywood weirdos. The fact he doesn't talk about it is what maintains his King of Hollywood status. It's also what prevents him from being able to have a long-term relationship and a family. Oops." As Brian Peck casually navigates through Hollywood, it might appear that he's living without a worry in the world. A frequent attendee at horror conventions, Peck has built a long-lasting career in the entertainment industry and boasts a friendship with Charlie Sheen. However, beneath this veneer lies a troubling truth. Peck is a convicted child, so he used his position in the movie industry to child stars, and shockingly, he has not faced a ban that would prevent him from working with children.
You know we can show them our little drawings.
Show us the little drawings.
Oh, the
You
little
see them?
drawings.
We draw drawings of each other. Brian is the famous artist, and we always make fun of each other.
There's also a documentary called An Open Secret, often dubbed as the movie Hollywood doesn't want you to see. This documentary explores the stories of 5 individuals who allege they were SA as young boys while trying to establish careers in the film industry. What's especially disturbing is that, despite being convicted, the perpetrator is only restricted from having direct contact with children and is not prohibited from being involved in productions that feature child actors. This situation has led some people to speculate that Leonardo DiCaprio might have faced a similar ordeal.
I grew up in this industry. I know this town. So many of my friends are actors. I know how hard it is to get work.
While some individuals speculate that Leonardo's unconventional dating choices could be connected to a troubling past, it's essential to recognize that Hollywood has gained a reputation as a potentially unsafe environment for child actors. Many stories and testimonies, including those of former child actor Corey Feldman, shed light light on the difficulties and dangers young performers can encounter in the entertainment industry.
You don't want this truth out there because that's going to open up a lot of cans of worms, and then all of a sudden the mystery, the glitz and the glamour goes away. Well, screw that.
Recently, Corey Feldman has become outspoken about how Hollywood can young talents, often with the help of their handlers. In the past few months, a series of revelations have unveiled different facets of Hollywood, shedding light on the conduct of the Hollywood elite and the of individuals. Some of this exposure has come to the fore through a controversial film.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
Corey Feldman initiated his acting career at the incredibly young age of 3. At that age, a child is unable to provide informed consent or fully comprehend the ramifications of venturing into the entertainment industry. It typically becomes the responsibility of parents to make these decisions, and it's evident that Corey's mother recognized the potential financial benefits linked to her child's career. This early introduction to the industry would go on to shape Corey's life in profound ways, as he would eventually confront the trials and the darker aspects of Hollywood.
First time I did cocaine was because my mom was doing it with somebody on the set of The Lost Boys. Okay. This hot little Asian woman who I was sitting there one night because I was like falling asleep and I was depressed.
During the 1980s, there was generally less awareness and information available for actors, particularly the young ones, on how to safeguard themselves from potential A&E in Hollywood. Corey Feldman's experiences during that period have since served as a cautionary tale for subsequent generations of actors entering the industry, shedding light on the need to be vigilant and protected in the world of entertainment.
You know, when you get to those ages, all of a sudden they start treating you more like you're an adult, right? And the work code still applies.
In 2013, Corey Feldman displayed remarkable courage by publishing a memoir in which he provided a detailed account of the mistreatment he and his co-star Corey Haim endured at the hands of influential figures in Hollywood. According to Feldman, these transpired when they were just 11 to 13 years old.
I was like, oh, okay, well, she makes it sound so easy and harmless, I might as well. If my mom's doing it, how bad could it be, you know?
Corey Feldman's disclosures about the A&E he encountered throughout his career, especially during his childhood, extended beyond his Hollywood experiences. He also revealed that his battles with substance A in his later life were, to some extent, a consequence of the trauma he endured during those challenging years.
We did it, we had fun, it was like, you know, we were talking, we were sitting in this girl's apartment, she takes me out driving, she taught me how to drive a stick shift, high on for the first time.
And during one of his other interviews, he said,
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be nobody talks about it's the big secret.
Corey Feldman's choice to speak out and potentially disclose the names of those who harmed him and Haim has ignited a crucial dialogue. The entertainment industry has grappled with allegations of mistreatment, especially concerning child actors, and the case of Brooke Shields is another example of a young actor who faced challenges and from a tender age.
You freeze. You're in shock. I mean, children aren't supposed to handle that sort of stuff.
Corey has been disclosing alleged disturbing activities within Hollywood for a long time. However, as it became evident that he was becoming more outspoken, certain figures within the industry sought to silence his voice, preventing him from further revelations. One of those individuals was Barbara Walters.
And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying that
Yes.
Barbara Walters, well known for her in-depth interviews, may have pushed the boundaries in a recently discovered video clip from an October 2013 episode of The View. In this segment, the seasoned media personality delved into the sensitive topic of Corey Feldman's past experiences of Feldman had been a guest on the show to discuss his memoir, Choreography. He further went on saying, they would throw these parties where you'd walk in, and it would be mostly kids, and there would be a handful of adult men. They would also be at the film awards and children's charity functions. Numerous observers noted that during her interview with Corey Feldman, Barbara Walters seemed to prioritize preserving Hollywood's reputation over addressing Feldman's allegations of childhood SA.
damaging an entire industry?
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say that it's a very important, serious topic.
This video clip started to garner considerable online attention amid the growing wave of allegations of mistreatment against prominent figures in Hollywood, most notably film producer Harvey Weinstein. Additionally, other actors were also coming forward to share their experiences of SH and A within the industry. Numerous social media users rallied behind Corey Feldman's allegations, with many noting that his story was one of the earliest to come to mind when the New York Times and the New Yorker published damning reports about Weinstein. One person among internet users wrote, "I can't believe he didn't stop and just call her out on what she just said. She heard about P and sided with the Ps. Everyone glosses past it. It's the worst part of a horror movie to me. The realization that everyone is okay with the horror happening." Another one added, "It has taken this man so long to finally tell the truth about what the people with power do to others, and AMP, have done to him and his friends or those around them. God bless you, Corey. I pray for you and AMP, loved ones. You have finally done it. You can now rest knowing you finally got the truth out." In a different interview with Brooke Shields when she was just 15 years old, Barbara Walters asked the young model a range of invasive questions, including inquiries about her measurements and whether she kept secrets from her mother, who was present during the interview. Walters even went as far as physically comparing herself to the teenager and questioning if she had plans to become a mother in the future.
To take your mother or someone, an adult with you.
You believe me how we can get into movies. All my friends have IDs.
Exactly, and that's the point.
Shields found it weird, and she said in one of her interviews that, "It's practically criminal. It's not journalism." Barbara Walters, recognized for her tenacity as an interviewer, drew criticism in 2000 when she repeatedly questioned Ricky Martin about his SO, an experience that made the singer feel violated. In a 2000 interview, the renowned journalist persistently questioned pop star Ricky Martin about persistent rumors regarding his SO. At that time, Martin was enjoying the peak of his fame following the success of his hit song Livin' La Vida Loca, and consistently denied the rumors despite Walters' insistence on probing the topic.
With you, there have been the rumors that question or talk about your orientation. You must be aware of these rumors.
Of course.
Do they hurt?
This is not the end of gruesome tales of Hollywood's alleged truth. Hollywood has been described as having a rampant and pervasive issue of men, SA boys, and young men, as actors and lawyers come forward to address misconduct and H, particularly in the aftermath of allegations against actor Kevin Spacey. "It's a very taboo subject," said Alex Winter, an actor and director who said he was SA as a preteen child actor. "I don't know of any boys in any pocket of the entertainment industry that do not encounter some form of predatory behavior. It's really not a safe environment." Spacey faced accusations of making an unwelcome essay towards Star Trek actor Anthony Rapp, who claimed to have been 14 years old at the time of the alleged incident in 1986. According to Rapp, Spacey, who was 26 at the time, lay on top of him and attempted to seduce him.
It's been 5 years since actor Anthony Rapp publicly accused Spacey of in what you can tell it's an incredibly high-profile civil trial. This alleged incident happened in 1986 when Rapp was just 14 years old.
Spacey, star of Netflix show House of Cards and former artistic director of London's Old Vic Theatre, apologized after BuzzFeed published Rapp's allegations, saying he did not remember the encounter. If he did what Rapp described, it would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior. He added, Spacey's decision to come out as gay in the same statement stirred significant controversy. Many viewed it as a callous deflection that caused harm by associating his S with an allegation of CA, perpetuating the harmful and false stereotype that gay men are predators. For some, the Spacey controversy served as a painful reminder that young gay actors can be especially vulnerable to mistreatment, highlighting the troubling reality that influential individuals can use their power to harm both men and women.
It's a crime. It is a crime. You cannot violate a person's personal boundary.
Moreover, Rapp, an openly gay actor recognized for his role in the original cast of the musical Rent, revealed that he felt compelled to come forward following the surge of H&R allegations against movie producer Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein's behavior had been described as an open secret. The scandal served as an inspiration for victims of SV and H to share their stories using the hashtag #MeToo. Some individuals have accused well-known men from various industries, including a prominent political journalist, a magazine editor, and an art publication executive, of being predators. Weinstein issued an apology for his past behavior, but firmly denied many of the H claims and, in his words, unequivocally denied allegations of non-consensual S-Rap story, also ignited a discussion about whether SH and even childhood A of men are also hidden and prevalent issues in Hollywood. Furthermore, Wilson Cruz, a gay actor who plays Rap's love interest in Star Trek, also spoke about SH at a gay, lesbian, and straight education network Jilson Awards event, saying older gentlemen made offers when he was young, adding, "I did not take them up on it, but it was uncomfortable. I was in my 20s and I thought, is this what one does? And also, am I going to ruin my career by not doing it?" I think it's been quietly accepted as the norm in a lot of ways. The practice of making children famous is viewed by some as a problematic concept. They argue that the unique environments of the film and music industries can distort young minds and subject them to potential predators. In their quest to help their children fulfill their dreams, parents sometimes grant strangers access to their children in ways that might be considered strange and unsettling in other circumstances. This is what Joe Rogan said.
But when you're first starting out, if you're doing any kind of auditioning, you realize why people are so crazy and insecure and insincere out here.
For instance, in An Open Secret, it's revealed that one A agent took child actors to his house for sleepovers and screening parties. As these children grow up in the industry, they may be exposed to AD and S situations, raising concerns about their well-being and safety. Elijah Wood, himself a former child actor, said after watching An Open Secret that there are a lot of vipers in this industry and credited his mother with protecting him from bizarre paths of temptation. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.